Crazy one. I mean, crazy, 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 crazy. So, feds are getting involved with this one. We're talking about police being arrested. I'm not going to share much more. Let's get into it. Rev reacts, baby.
There is nothing quite like watching an officer who thinks they're above the law get a serious reality check. And we've got a significant one here for you today. But before we get into it, I'd love to give a special shout out to Lejeune Andre from Portugal, John Soto from Texas, Michael Warren from Lake Havasu, Arizona, and Tim Lewis from Sydney, Ohio. It's people like you who make what we do here possible. Now let me set the stage for what we're about to examine together. This case comes out of Cumberland County, New Jersey, and it involves 3 officers, John Greer, Donald Young, and Ronald Broomall, along with a civilian named Marty Drummond. The encounter took place at a closed gas station, and I should tell you right now, this one has landed federal investigators on the doorstep of that department. Here's why this matters. As of March 2026, Officer Greer was arrested by federal authorities on charges of excessive force and obstruction of justice. Officer Young is currently on administrative leave with potential charges still forthcoming. When the feds get involved in a local police encounter, you know something went fundamentally wrong. I'm not a practicing attorney, but I've spent years studying constitutional law and civil rights jurisprudence. What I can offer you is informed legal analysis grounded in actual case law and established precedent. We're going to walk through this footage together, applying Fourth Amendment standards and examining whether these officers followed the constitutional guardrails that govern every citizen encounter. The central legal question here is this: when does a consensual encounter become an unlawful seizure? When does reasonable suspicion justify detention? And when does the use of force cross the line from lawful to unconstitutional? If you love watching officers get held accountable for their actions, please click that subscribe button. And while you're at it, if you'd like to get a shout out in my next video, then like the video, share it with a friend, and tell me your name and where you're watching from.
Stay in the car.
I'll be in here.
Stay in the car.
This is educational purposes only. I want to educate you people. Listen, this channel stands for justice, and that's what I want you guys to learn, how to stand on your own 2 feet as men. Hit the subscribe button. Let's ring that bell, baby.
Have a seat in the car.
In the car.
You're in the car now.
Sit
Have a seat.
in the car. Talk like a bunch of kids or something. Oh, the place ain't even open.
Smoke a cigarette at a gas pump.
Place not even open.
Out of gas. All right, can I see your license?
Yes.
Where are you coming from?
Hopewell.
Hopewell?
Yeah.
Are you sitting here yelling stuff at people?
No.
No?
No.
You been drinking?
No.
No?
I'm just sitting here waiting for gas.
Okay. Where are the keys at for the vehicle?
On the dash.
In the dash. How much?
That's a smart guy. You know why what he just said is so smart? They're on private property, waiting for gas, and the keys are not in the ignition, baby. So guess what? He ain't drunk. He ain't drink. He's not a drunk driver. He is on private property, just sitting in his car, like he said, waiting for gas. There is nothing that cop can do. Nothing at this point. Legally, nothing. Remember this, guys.
The drink. Anything?
No. I'm just sitting here for gas.
Wait right here.
And you know he's drunk as a
Put your
skunk,
cigarette out. You're at the gas pumps.
but there is nothing this cop can do.
I'm on, but
Yeah.
Wow. I haven't seen this video. This is a new one.
Empty whiskey bottle. So they're out of gas. I gotta say, they pushed it here and then drank because they're waiting for it to open up. I don't know how long they've been here.
Right.
Keys are on the dash, not in the ignition. No intent at this point.
Correct.
No intent.
Just hit it with the open container. If you talk to them, they'll understand. Correct. The rest, everybody else, I think just attitude and mouth.
That's up to you, sir.
Nah, I'm just.
Got no attitude. He's
I just
talking.
want to make sure that we're on the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, keys are on the dash, you're on private property. You don't have operation, you don't have intent.
Yeah.
You don't have operation. Nothing.
You've obviously been drinking. You need to call somebody that's going to come pick you up.
They just said that.
Give me a gallon of gas.
Okay, well, you're not going to drive.
I'm not driving.
I know. That's what I'm saying. You need to call somebody to come pick you up.
We can do that.
Okay, we'll do it now. Whose bottle of whiskey's out on the floor?
Where?
The one that was there when I walked away. What? Gave it to you. What is your name? Do you have an ID on you? You do not. Well, could you keep the keys out of the ignition, or I will arrest you for DWI. Do you understand me?
Yes, sir. You want this bottle? You
Okay. Who does it belong to?
Somebody gave it to me. You want it, you can have
No. What is your name?
it. Alan.
Alan what?
Here.
All right, so right away I'm picking up on some important details here. The officers arrive and they find Mr. Drummond in a vehicle at a closed gas station with an empty whiskey bottle on the floor. Now here's where the legal analysis gets interesting. Under Terry versus Ohio from 1968, officers can conduct a brief investigatory stop if they have reasonable, articulable suspicion that criminal activity is afoot. A person sitting in a parked car at a closed business late at night, that can establish the initial basis for a consensual encounter. So far, so good for the officers. But watch.
Yeah. So there's not much they can do right now. So this is what I'm saying, chat. What this guy just said. Anytime you park that car, anytime, and you've been drinking, take the keys out of the ignition and throw them on the floor or put them in your pocket, whatever. Because if they pull up on you and you could just be sitting in your car, but if those keys are in that ignition, it's a done deal, baby. Done deal. So remember that. Remember that.
New Jersey Statute 39:4-51A prohibits open containers of alcoholic beverages in motor vehicles. But here's the critical detail most people miss. The statute applies to vehicles on public highways or rights of way. A closed gas station parking lot? That's private property. The legal ground for this citation is shaky
I just said
at
that.
best. But what really concerns me is Officer Greer's threat to deploy pepper spray. Under Graham v. Connor from 1989, the Supreme Court established that force must be objectively reasonable given the totality of circumstances.
That's right.
Mr. Drummond is sitting in his vehicle. He's not fleeing. He's not physically resisting. He's talking. Loudly and with frustration, yes, but talking.
Free
Threatening chemical
speech.
agents
Free speech.
against someone exercising verbal noncompliance, that fails the reasonableness standard. And notice, Mr. Drummond invokes his civil rights and mentions he can't be compelled to answer questions as a passenger. He's actually citing real law. Passengers in vehicles have fewer identification obligations than drivers under most circumstances. This is the Officer Greer who would later be arrested by federal authorities on charges of excessive force and obstruction of justice. What we're watching isn't an isolated moment of poor judgment. We're watching a pattern of conduct that federal investigators would eventually find serious enough to warrant criminal charges.
Do you have someone that's going to come pick you up and move your vehicle?
We can't move the
Okay,
vehicle until we get gas.
but you have some that is sober that is on their way, is what I'm asking.
Yes, sir. Officer. What? What's that called?
Okay.
Okay.
All right. If you drive,
car will not start.
okay,
That's why we're sitting here.
listen to me, okay? This is why this went this way in the first place, okay? Because the other officer explained to you, we got called here for a suspicious vehicle, so therefore we're going to investigate it, okay? Mr. Drummond, okay?
You know, civil rights.
Mr. Campbell, I want you to listen to this as well. It's going to explain the court date. There's a court date on here of 7/6 of 2000. Okay?
They violated our civil rights from the get-go.
Okay? That is not your actual court date. You need to contact the court 5 days prior to that court date, and they'll tell you guys what your court
This
date
cop
is.
ain't listening, man.
Okay?
He's telling them he has civil rights, then you better not.
Thank you, sir.
This cop ain't listening.
If you want to go somewhere to do your job, we can help you. You should have asked us for help. But no, you can ruin your outfit like shit. I'm underwater certified runner.
So they get a little drunk. They talk a little bit crazy here. I don't really want to hear that.
Hold on. Did you catch that exchange? Mr. Drummond tells the officer, "You are above me in my chain of command, and I respect you because you're a man of the badge." That's deference. That's compliance framed in military language, and yet the officer's response is to threaten arrest if he returns to his own vehicle. Let me break down what we just witnessed from a Fourth Amendment perspective. The threat, "You come back here, I'm locking you up," raises immediate constitutional red flags.
Yeah, so what he's saying, chat, this guy's, he tells him not to get in his car, not to move it. He gets in his car to move the car over by the bathrooms. Now, to remind you, he's still on private property. You can't do anything on private property. He's on private property. Remember this, chat. There's laws that we have. The minute that car drives off that gas station, then yeah, you get it for drunk driving.
Under established seizure doctrine, a person is seized when a reasonable individual would not feel free to leave. That threat transforms a consensual encounter into a custodial situation requiring probable cause. What's the probable cause here? Verbal frustration? Asking for a sergeant? Because under Nieves versus Bartlett from 2019, the Supreme Court held that retaliatory arrest claims can proceed even when probable cause exists, if officers typically exercise discretion not to arrest for the alleged offense. Notice how quickly backup arrives. Multiple units for a man sitting in a car at a gas station. This escalation pattern, it's textbook. And here's what the footage doesn't tell you. Officer Young, standing right there, was placed on administrative leave pending federal investigation into this very encounter. The DOJ initiated their civil rights probe in February 2026, and within weeks had enough evidence to arrest Greer on federal charges.
Constitution.
The question isn't whether Mr. Drummond was frustrated.
Millions of
The question
dollars.
is whether that frustration justified the force multiplication we're seeing and the arrest threats being issued. Next, we'll see exactly how this situation reaches its breaking point.
A cop will get arrested, and a lot of people don't know that they can.
Back. I told you not to
Stop it.
Get back. Get back.
Oh, this cop is off. This cop's off the
I
chain.
told you to not do that.
You're under arrest.
I have to pull it over.
No, you were to sit there just like you were instructed to.
Step back.
He's still on private property,
Go with
idiot.
me right now, or you're gonna end up face down on the goddamn ground. You got me?
Now he's threatening
You
him.
had plenty enough
Now he's
fucking
threatening him.
chances. Ow. Good.
John's fault.
I have nothing on me. I don't do drugs.
I don't give a rat's. You were given enough chances.
You were told to let your friend take care of you
How's he going to
by calling his son.
You were told to sit there while he got a ride.
Let's go.
Okay, you did not have to move.
You're under arrest. Let's go.
For what?
You were told. Get in the car.
What am I under arrest?
Get in the car. Fucking car.
Sorry, Ron.
Oh,
You all right?
oh, he just broke the law again.
I'm gonna try to get him. There. How do you like it now? Now get in the goddamn car.
Yeah, he's going to jail. That's assault. That's assault.
Now. Get the.
Chat, that's what that cop just did. Even according to their own policies, the only way you use paper, that's bear spray almost. That pepper spray is bad. Some people stop breathing, and it's caused permanent damage to people's eyes. But the guy's already handcuffed. You can't spray a man that's handcuffed. It's against his Fourth Amendment rights. You cannot secure a man and then punch on him, beat on him, spray him, or shock him, or taser him, whatever you want to call it. This is a huge lawsuit. This is why the feds got involved.
Car.
What
Pull
a,
your legs in.
oh yeah, he's going to jail.
I'm gonna give it to you again.
Copy. 1605.
Oh, he's in trouble, man.
Wipe my face off.
Move in. Scooch towards me.
Yes.
Let's go. Pull your leg in. Now. The other leg. Both legs. With the door. He's got a bad hip. Watch this. Okay. Pull your other leg in. Pull your left leg up, sir. Right there. Hold.
So what did he do now? Very argumentative.
So what? So
He got
what?
out.
So what?
Me and DJ left. He got out, started approaching Ron, the other guy. He got out, started approaching again. I advised him to get back in the car and have a seat. His friend's going to call his son to come get the car.
So, and?
So, finally, after I threatened to spray him, he goes back to the car. They get in the car. They're supposed to call the son. He starts the car up and drives over here. And then he gets out of the car when we get up here. So anyways,
what?
he gets handcuffed, gets put in there, given a hard time getting in the car, so I sprayed him.
Bullshit.
That right there.
Bullshit.
That is what federal investigators saw.
Bullshit.
How do you like it now? An officer deploying what appears to be a taser or pepper spray on a man already in custody.
He's
already
lying.
compliant. Already saying,
He was already
yes, sir.
cuffed.
Let me be absolutely clear about what Graham v. Connor requires. The 1989 Supreme Court ruling established that force must be judged from the perspective of a reasonable officer on scene. But it also requires that force be proportional to the threat. A man struggling to get into a patrol car because he has a bad hip is not a threat requiring pain compliance. And did you catch what the officer admitted at the end? He starts spraying. Past tense. After Mr. Drummond was already secured. After he was already compliant.
Already in the car.
That's not defensive force. That's punitive force. Courts have consistently held that force applied after resistance ceases constitutes excessive force under the Fourth Amendment. Here's what haunts me about this footage. Officer Greer, the one now facing federal charges for excessive force and obstruction, he's the one you hear threatening pain compliance against someone already in handcuffs. The DOJ didn't initiate their investigation based on rumors. They had this. They had footage showing an officer weaponizing pain against a civilian who posed zero physical threat. I should note, I'm not a practicing attorney, but based on established case law, this appears to be textbook Graham violation territory. The threat was neutralized. Compliance was achieved, yet force continued. That's not policing. That's punishment without due process.
His friend has somebody coming, but now it's too late. They can come and pick him up. They were given every opportunity to cooperate. And like I told my sergeant, you can stay in the car for now. Okay? Like I told my sergeant,
They
you were
can't
cooperating.
make him
You were
stay in
trying
the
to keep your
car,
friend
man.
calm. You got somebody coming? Do you got somebody coming? Okay.
Look at the cop can't even breathe in his own car.
All right, step out, and I'll get you that shit off your face. I can't drag you. You got to move out. I am not dragging you out. Let's go.
Thank you, sir.
Walk over this way.
Which way?
This way, this way, this way. To your left.
Yes, sir.
Just turn and walk. Walk straight. I want you to go sit over here at this bench.
Yeah.
Oh, he's gonna go take care of himself first.
What's your last name? Sir, what's your last name?
Drummond.
I'm going to pour this over your head. It's water.
Okay, sir.
So after everything we've watched today, after the questionable stop, the retaliatory citations, the constitutional violations, the escalation, and that final deployment of force against a compliant man, we arrive here at the aftermath, where an officer is pouring water over Mr. Drummond's face to wash away the pepper spray that should never have been deployed in the first place. And I want you to sit with that image for a moment, because that's where this encounter ends. Not with justice served, not with public safety protected, but with a civilian being hosed down like he's being decontaminated from a weapon that was used on him unlawfully. Let me bring this full circle from a legal perspective. What we witnessed across this footage represents a cascade of constitutional violations that the Department of Justice apparently agreed warranted federal intervention. Officer Greer now faces federal charges for excessive force and obstruction of justice. Officer Young sits on administrative leave. And the footage we just watched together, this is the evidence that got them there. The Fourth Amendment exists precisely for encounters like this one. It protects citizens from unreasonable searches and seizures. It demands that force be proportional to actual threats. It requires that officers act within the bounds of law rather than emotion. And when Officer Greer said, "How do you like it now?" while deploying a chemical agent against a handcuffed man with a bad hip, he wasn't enforcing the law. He was violating it. I should emphasize again that I'm not a practicing attorney, and this is not legal advice. But what I can tell you based on established Fourth Amendment jurisprudence and the holdings in Graham v. Connor is that this footage appears to document textbook violations of constitutional standards. Force applied after compliance. Arrests threatened for protected speech. Citations issued as punishment for attitude rather than actual criminal conduct. And here's what makes this case significant beyond just these three officers. Cumberland County has a documented problem. The Millville Police Department paid out nearly $1.5 million in excessive force settlements in 2024 alone.
Man.
A dispatcher was just arrested in March 2026 for unlawfully accessing and sharing restricted law enforcement data. This isn't an isolated incident. This is a pattern that finally caught federal attention.
All over.
What should concern
All
every
over
citizen
America
watching
right
this
now.
is how long it took. How many encounters happened before cameras captured enough evidence for federal prosecutors to act? Mr. Drummond did nothing illegal that night. He sat in a parked car at a gas station waiting for a ride. He expressed frustration with his words. And for that, he was cited, threatened, arrested, and pepper sprayed. The law demands better. The Constitution requires better. And the public deserves officers who understand that their authority comes with boundaries that cannot be crossed simply because someone has an attitude. I want to hear from you in the comments. What did you see in this footage?
Chat. I want you to leave your comments. I want to hear from you guys. And this is what I've been saying all over America right now. lawsuit after lawsuit after lawsuit. It's bad. It's getting bad. I'm predicting in 2 years or a year and a half that they are going to take away qualified immunity and I'll make these officers get their own insurance. And when they get in trouble, and after so many times strikes that they get, they lose their own insurance. And believe me, if they start getting sued themselves, they'll start thinking about breaking the laws. Right now, they don't care because not a penny comes out of their pocket. The taxpayers pay for it. Their job, that's what's crazy. Our taxes pay for their job, and the job that they have, they misuse it on us, the citizens, we the people. We allowed this job and their finances to be financed through our tax paying people in America, city by city by city. And then they take away your rights. Please leave a comment, chat, ring that bell, help us. So when you ring that bell, it helps us to continue to do what we're doing. But hit that like button, baby. If you like it, it goes far. And secondly, always let the video come to the end. YouTube has got all kinds of restrictions on us right now. If people don't finish your video, if they don't like it, then it's like a strike on us. We put too much work in, chat. Show some love. Love you guys. Let's continue to have a good day. Have a good one, chat.